The WPCA and CPCA tours collide in Calgary for the GMC Rangeland Derby. The same two associations butt heads in Lloydminster at the Colonial Days Fair. It was a night that was filled with driver and outrider penalties in Heat 2. Dallas Dick in the green and black on barrel 3 gets his outfit tangled and they wouldn't budge for him. Same heat, outrider Colton Gervais fell off his horse, and on the first turn he lay on the infield for 10 minutes before being taken off in an ambulance. Heat 5 had the feature heat of the night, and for good reason. Three-time champ Darcy Flad was on barrel 1 and in battle with Neil Wagenbach right off the horn. The Red Rocket racing for the injured Ross Knight stormed out of the gate, but Flad was able to turn tight enough to just edge the veteran for the rail position. The two continued to battle right to the final corner before he opened it up for the winner.
I have a little bit of lady luck on my side. I mean, just get lucky every once in a while. Tonight was my night for a change. I needed this break. So summer's been long. I have been kind of having a little rocky year, but looks like I maybe put it back together again.
Yeah, it's just like you say, lots of good horses went to Calgary, good outriding horses, new outriders, the whole 9 yards. So it is what it is, I guess. I was trying to make another right leader and all that, and I think it would have worked just if my lines wouldn't have got caught, but it is what it is, and we'll do better tomorrow.
Darcy Flad was among a select few who managed to make it through the night penalty-free. Typically, the glaring errors are a major cause of concern, but as Emmett Murphy reports, the veteran drivers realize the extra seconds come with the show.
I had a lot of guys driving new horses and stuff and trying different things, and sometimes on that one barrel it's a little tricky with new horses.
Dallas Dick is one of those drivers using the no points weekend to try different things as he shakes up his entire outfit.
Like I say, I had a good left leader kind of sour up on me, and it kind of hurt me. Like when he was working good, I'd run talk time at home, so now I got to find something to replace him. And then we go into wallboard, it'll be tough again.
The lineup of outriders this week is also drastically different than regular CPCA weekends. The top guys are in Calgary, opening the door for rookie runners.
So these young kids coming in, we wouldn't have outriders, so I'm getting pretty old to outride, so I want to retire.
While the drivers still sort out the imperfections with their outfits, they believe the track has been groomed to near perfection.
I think it's going to be really nice. This track it's probably the best one we run on all year for wagon racing. It's got a beautiful surface on it, and this little bit of rain we had today isn't going to affect nothing. It might make it faster, tighten it up. That there's a fair bit of sand in it, so a little bit of rain might tighten it up a bit and make it a little quicker.
Emmett Murphy, Newcap Sports.
All right, Heat 1 of the GMC Rangeland Derby had a pair of rivals square off. Ray Mitsuing sitting in 30th place, out of contention for the big money, but there was still day money to be had, facing off against Buddy Bensmiller, currently in 36. Bensmiller would post the fastest time in the heat at 1:16.63. Of course, the penalty would drop his total to 1:23.63 in Heat 6. Vern Nolan was neck and neck with Gary Gorst. Nolan just finished behind Gorst by 0.5 of a second. It was still a good day for Vern as he moved up to second place in the cumulative standings. Now sticking around with the Calgary Stampede, Denton Edge set himself up nicely heading into the second day of bull riding in Pool B, posting at 84.5. Unfortunately, his second ride didn't go so well. We'll go more on that in a moment, but we'll start off with the former world champion and aggregate money leader, Kyle Lostro, and on Everything Cowboy. And just like day one, Lostro comes up with another outstanding performance, driving his left shoulder forward there while the bull goes into the spin. He would pick up an 86.5 on that ride. The big winner, though, Caleb Sanderson on Big Valley Black. Sanderson posted 88.5 points, taking the top prize of $5,500. As for Denton Edge, he would struggle to stay on Bull Commando, getting bucked off fairly quickly after the event. Denton says despite being familiar with the bull, each performance is different.
Kind of turned back to the right and my inside foot came back and didn't have a hold, and I just more or less fell off. I was pretty disappointed. I rode that bull at Cloverdale this spring and was, I think, 86.5 or something, so that would have been right in the money here today, but, that's bull riding.
All right, looking at the performances from earlier this afternoon, Cody Lostro from LaSalle, Colorado. Didn't do too shabby, still sticking around 10 grand at the top spot. Again, the top 4 making it to the Sunday competition. The wild card Saturday is for the rest of those who were dropped. You'll also see Robinson Palermo there from Tyler, Texas. He moved up quite nicely with $7,000. Jacob O'Mara and Luke Snyder there tied at $6,500. You'll see Denton Edge, again, 2 bucked off bulls in the last 2 days. Still sitting at $3,000, not too bad. Heading to the final day, of course, will need a big performance and some help down the line. If you've ever watched drag racing, you'll see drivers hit speeds up to 390 miles per hour. That's fast. I can't even talk that fast. On this week's Superstar Next Door, Matt Schumann introduces us to a 16-year-old trying to hit that kind of speed.
Kristen Bakewell has been racing since she was 11 years old, but started getting into the sport when she was 5.
I watched a movie when I was about 5 years old, and I used to always go out to the races to watch racing with my dad and everything, and then I was just like, I want to do that once I saw the little cars go.
Wanting to get involved with drag racing, Kristen and her parents made an agreement she would get a car if she did well in school.
I was high 90s. All my grades were good, so I was like, Dad, Mom, I'm doing my part. It's your turn to do your part. You have to, come on. Like, geez, you can't just pull out. And so they're like, fine. So my dad was looking, and he found me a junior dragster when I was 11.
Reaching speeds of 180 miles per hour, Kristen was a little hesitant her first couple runs.
My dad, he's like, are you pushing all your foot all the way down? I'm like, I think so. But he's like, well, make sure it's all the way down. So I pushed it all the way down, and I brought the RPMs all the way up. And it gave me a bit of a jolt, so I lifted, and then I coasted just to a stop. And then I went on again. And it kind of scared me a bit then, but after that I was good.
Now 16 years old, Kristen is hoping the money that she makes at her races she could put towards going to school.
The money I win for this, it'll hopefully go towards my schooling for veterinarian surgeon. So, and then after that, I'll hopefully carry it on still.
Matt Schumann, Newcap Sports.
Superstar Next Door is brought to you by your local BRP dealers, Power Merchants of St. Paul, North Sask of North Battleford, and RecTech Power Products of Lloydminster.
Certainly very impressive by that young lady. Moving on to baseball, the Lloydminster Twins were in action last night, wrapping up their regular season against the St. Walburg Reds. Well, the Twins dominated this one. 13-4 was the final. The Twins are now top dogs in the NSRBL. They were tied with the Meadow Lake Sox, but due to their 4-0 win over those Sox, they clinched first overall, and they will start the playoffs next week.